Greetings, everyone. My name is Tyler Ellison, and this is a Ryok channeling at 12 noon on Wednesday, September 30th, day before October begins. So enjoy, everybody. Unconditional love to each of you. All right, and we thank you all so much for the unique co-creation of this interaction. As always, it is our civilization's highest joy, passion, excitement to be able to speak to each of you in this unique way. And we will begin the transmission with the following idea: organization of passion. Now, this title of the transmission is a little ironic in that your passion automatically, as an energy, is harmonious. It, in that sense, yields, as a side effect of its frequency, harmonious organization of energy. And that is because the energy of excitement is positive energy, and the nature of positive energy is to unify, is to expand, is to be in harmony with itself, and that translates as geometric order in terms of visual depictions of this frequency and how it organizes itself in a more visual sense. So your passion in that way is already quite organized. Your excitement, your joy, your positivity is already an organizational field. And when you align with that frequency of joy, of excitement, of passion, you are then allowing for a organizational positive energy to then be the frequency state that you are in. In other words, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, thus allowing for you to emanate that frequency and to live and channel that frequency in your life. And as a side effect of that alignment, your entire life, because your entire life is an extension of you, it is a projection of you, your entire life then begins to orbit around, so to say, this center point that is your passion. And the way that it orbits, the way that it rotates, the way that it spirals is an organizational, harmonious movement that is orchestrated by the frequency of joy, by the frequency of passion. So the technique, the tool that we are going to be sharing with you today is a way that you can allow for your physical mind to understand how it can harmonize with that energy flow that is positivity. So that way, your physical mind, which in many ways works with things like logic and time and routine and pattern, this aspect of your consciousness, through application of what we are about to share, will become harmonized with these positive frequencies, with these positive energies, so you can experience a greater illumination of positivity in your own daily life on a daily basis. So one of the things we are going to encourage is that you allow for yourself to gather a piece of paper and a pencil And one of the things we are going to ask you to do is to write down on this piece of paper all of the different things that represent your passion, that represent your joy. This may be traveling, this may be painting, this may be talking to loved ones, this may be going on hikes, this may be writing. It doesn't matter what it is, but write down on this piece of paper all of the different expressions that you are aware of that represent your passion, your joy in some way. If you feel you are having challenge in relationship to identifying specific things that relate to your passion, allow for yourself to go into remembrance of your childhood and go into remembrance of the different actions, the different activities that represented your joy and your passion that you took action on when you were a child, or the things that represented your joy and your passion that maybe you did not take action on as a child, but were very drawn to regardless. You were very inspired by regardless. And allow for those things relative to the child version of you to be written on this paper as well. So allow for yourself to compile a comprehensive list of all of the different things that represent your joy and your passion. Once you have this list, allow for yourself to get another piece of paper. And this piece of paper represents, in many ways, the daily flow of your life. This second piece of paper, representing the daily flow of your life, can consist of all of the things you have written on the previous page that represent joy, passion, and love. And you can begin to, in that sense, with this second sheet, dream up the most exciting day that you are able to. And what we will say now is the following on this. Each day you have the idea of certain responsibilities you have agreed to align with. That may represent occupation, that may represent taking care of another person, that may represent certain responsibilities that you have selected for yourself. And the idea is on this page, this second page of paper, write down what you consider to be the daily responsibilities that you have. Just write them down, no particular order. Because those, for many of you, are built-in facets to how you create your day, in the sense that certain responsibilities, certain obligations that you have created represent certain windows of time that you have reserved for that particular activity. And those activities may take up, again, a couple hours, 3 hours, maybe 8 hours, etc. Regardless, allow for yourself to write those responsibilities down on this page, and then imagine the idea of your ideal, perfect, exciting day. And draw from the previous page different activities that you would prefer to experience on this ideal day. And begin to write down certain activities that relate to your passion from that first list that you can insert into your day. You don't have to pick all of them. You can start with just one. You can pick two. You can pick three. Really, it's up to you how you create this daily life flow page. The idea is draw however many you are excited to draw from the original page and write them down on the daily life flow page. Now, understand that there are certain facets of your day, again, that you choose to experience that relate to routine and time, and this can, in many ways, correlate with responsibility. The idea is, on this most exciting day, to consider what is the most exciting time for you to wake up. What is the most exciting time for you to go to sleep? Now, these may be things that you choose now. However, understand, you can always choose them in the moment, but the idea is, through this exercise, you are using your imagination to compile the idea of your ideal day. And this then allows for you to harmonize with that frequency so you can live that frequency. So begin to place onto that page of the daily life flow your most exciting time to wake up, your most exciting time to go to sleep. And this will allow for you to have a rubric, a piece of paper that upon it reveals to you a template for the idea of the most exciting day, with all of the different activities of passion and joy interlaced with the idea of what you consider to be responsibilities, maybe occupations, etc. And allow for yourself to not necessarily schedule in the options of passion. Allow for them to not have time values associated with them. And instead, when you find yourself in a period of time where you're not engaging in the certain responsibilities that you have obligated yourselves to, that you have chosen, that you have selected, in those moments, allow for yourself to select from the options of passion the ones that most greatly represent your unique frequency of passion in the moment, and select that option and execute, perform that particular activity. And when you are finished, then allow for yourself to observe the window of time that you now have after having completed the action, and look at the idea of the list, once more the rubric, and observe the schedule you have built for yourself in terms of responsibilities, and look at how much time you now have available to you. And if you find you have more time for another option of passion, allow for yourself to fill this time window with that option of passion. Select it from the list. Perform it. Once it is completed, then again, see how much time you have. And you may find now it's time to go into the responsibility mode. And in that sense, direct your energy towards other projects. And if that's the case, allow for yourself to do so while remaining in the state of joy, while remaining in the state of passion. And as you go into the responsibility, be it a job, etc., apply your passion in all dimensions of that responsibility. That means if you're interacting with other people, interact with them in the most exciting way possible. That means if you are doing some kind of task, to create a way for you to perform the task in the most exciting way possible. And you will find that through acting on your passion in other moments, you will have access to that energy when you are in a scenario that does not appear to be quite as exciting. And it's as if you are riding off of that passion momentum you have built for yourself. And the idea is, once you have completed the responsibility, to again observe your time window that you have between the end of the responsibility and sleep, or going to bed, or preparing for sleep, etc. And then again, in that moment, draw from that list of passions, select the most exciting one, and perform that action, follow that action, and continue this up until you go to sleep. And what you will find is that this allows for the logical part of your physical brain that operates on routine and patterns to develop a new routine, to develop a new pattern that is based off positivity, that is based off excitement. And as we have said, that energy is specifically harmonizing. So as you allow for your day to be filled where it can be filled with these options of passion and joy, that will grow and grow and grow with each day. And your entire day, your entire week, your entire month, your entire life will become harmonized to that energy of passion and joy, as long as you select it and nurture it and feed it throughout your day. And when you are doing things that do not overtly reflect passion and joy back to you, allow for yourself to engage in that activity as if it were your passion, as if it were your joy, so you can allow for that positive energy to flow into the realm of responsibility, so that realm can then become more positive. And what you will find is, as you continue to grow this energy and choose this energy, the nature of the responsibility, whatever it may be, will shift and shift and shift to eventually match that frequency of passion. This may look like a variety of different unfoldments as that energy is sustained. It may look like you eventually receiving a new position. It may look like you receiving a new job. It may look like you being in new relationships. It may look like you being in new relationships with yourself. The idea is whatever is contained within that theme of responsibility, as passion is applied, everything contained within the theme then must shift to reflect that passion frequency. Thus, you can allow for each day to be an opportunity for you to sculpt your entire life. For, again, past and future are created as a byproduct of your awareness oriented in the now, in the physical reality. So understand within you presently are the seeds of what you consider to be your past and your future. They are created here and now by your energy. So as you allow for your day to be an expression of passion, you are effectively creating an energy state within yourself that says, every day before this has been a day of passion. Every day after this is a day of passion. Because again, the past and future are created in the present. So as you allow for your present moment to be a representation of your joy, of your passion, your entire life, your timeline shifts to align with that frequency you have selected. So allow for yourself, if you wish, to each day create this kind of daily flow rubric for yourself. Again, only creating the time variables for the responsibilities on this page and allowing for the options of passion to have no time variables, so you can select those passionate options based off of which one most greatly resonates with you in the moment where you have the space to select it. So, we thank you for your attention in this transmission. Allow for yourself to use this permission slip if you feel that it resonates with you and if you feel that it will assist your physical mind, your logical mind, in the idea of aligning with passion in a greater way, in a greater capacity. And as always, our civilization's unconditional love, joy, and appreciation to you. And we wish you all pleasant dreams and a happy, blissful now.